What a stunning morning it is. First morning back on the farm. Time to feed some pigs. Driving to Fundau early this morning. Got a couple of things I need to do, and want to go to the Fundau market as well. So you go early to get parking because I want to pick up some plant starts.
If I poke him off, come on, keep it up, you get.
He's not doing it now.
Now you won't strut.
Come on.
I love the noise you're making.
Come on. Yeah, there we go.
There. Oh, yeah. He's doing a little bit of a strut.
That's Angie's fairly reasonable female turkey impression.
So you're the female turkey. So what are you? Elvis impersonator. Ah. The squash seemed to be coming up in this no-dig bed, but it looks like I think I can probably put a little bit more soil around this, on the outsides of this cardboard, and plant a few more things over here. But these are the, I think these are the squash. I did have rhubarb and stuff over here, but that seems to have gone. Onions are doing okay. Cabbage is completely bolted, so that's going to be taken out. And food for pigs. Carrots are doing well. And then I did plant some herbs. And I have some other strange plant coming up here. I'm not too sure what that is. And yeah, some of these things are doing okay, some have bolted. So whatever is bolted, I think I must pull out. Some stuff that was planted here has grown, other has died. All my potato plants seem to have gone. So the Cape gooseberries are doing really well, which I'm very pleased about. But we'll have to see what we can rescue. And meet Juno. I got Juno as a friend for Tandy, so Tandy would have company. But Juno seems to be terrified of Tandy and it won't come out the kitchen. Yes, you keep hiding away. Juno. Say, Tandy, what do you say about the puppy? Taking the winter clothes away in the old trunk so I can actually unpack my bags and have things to put things. But time to pack all the winter clothes away. So a mouse has moved in, and it was sleeping under the blanket which was on top of the duvet, and you can see how it has started making a house in my duvet, but hopefully it will be gone now. And while I'm unpacking, look where Juno has decided to have a little nap. So you have to put everything, all your clothes over here, in plastic containers, because you do get mice that come in, and if you've got anything they can make a nest in or chew on, they will. So all my clothes goes into plastic containers. Winter clothes have been put in the chest that I got. I have brought back lots of boerewors sausage spice. I brought back mostly groceries, more than clothes. I've got a whole suitcase of these boerewors spice bags because I do enjoy making sausage. I hope Nick and Andrea like a little bit of spice and something spicy, because I've brought back some spices for them. I hadn't unpacked this yet. I gave them their wine and biltong yesterday, but I'm now unpacking my spices, and I've got some spice for them. It was a beautiful morning, but a bit of a chilly wind has picked up now. I've bought some signs to put in my garden. How's this one? Garden gladdens the heart and sweetens the soul. So I'm going to put these in I've got a couple of others, put them in my raised garden bed. Let me pull these out now. There we go, it's in. These. Oh my goodness, they've got quite serious roots. I'll take these to the pigs. All the pretty flowers though. And I have this area, like, is it supposed to look like that? Is it bolted? Is it weeds in there? I now have no idea what has happened to that one. If I should just pull everything out and start again, because I don't know what is happening there. These ones, I think, are still hanging in there. Maybe those two have bolted. So I don't know if these will recover, or if I must just put it out. These ones are starting to make little heads, so that's good. So those ones I will leave. Haven't even brushed my hair this morning, so apologies, but man, it's good to be back on the farm. And got some gardening I'm going to be doing this morning. I'm going to be working on the wood, but let me show you what I'm going to be doing with this cordwood. So as you can see here, this has been drying now for close on a year, and so Nick has given me a tool that I can use to remove the bark. Then I'm going to treat it with wood preserve. So when Luke chopped this down last year, I had measured the width of the wall, and you can actually see from the yellow paint on some of the pieces here. So we actually measured it out exactly according to the width of the wall, so that we don't have to trim the edges of the cordwood. It was all cut to size then already, because apparently with eucalyptus is that as it dries it gets very hard, and then it's very difficult to cut after that. So this is what I will be using in that wall. I just need to remove the bark and treat this all with the wood preservative, and then we're ready to go with the wall, that is. Apparently there was a mighty strong wind and the greenhouse has collapsed, so that's another thing on the list, on the long list. But I've come to feed the pigs. Oh, we're all ready for some food. Are we ready for food, piggies? Sometimes we go for the biggest piece of fruit and then we struggle to lift it up. And you're running around like a crazy thing. You love how they wag their tails when they're happy, just like a dog. And that one's eating with mommy. Well, it took these guys just one night to destroy a temporary water container for them because I can't fill up the big blue one with the nipples that they usually drink. The worst of the others just actually drink normally out of it. Albert, on the other hand, he has to overturn everything and then stomp on it. That's his little thing he's always done. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go today and try and find another stronger solution for their water while we try and see why we can get the pump done. But you can see what a bully Albert is. He just runs from group of pigs to group of pigs to try and push them out the way and eat their food. Now he's going to go run back and go and push amongst the others and try and push them out the way. But I have to say, Candy holds her own though. She doesn't take nonsense. So they've already had the cabbage from the garden. I'm really pleased with Cocoa Pop's condition because often when they are feeding babies, they get quite skinny and they lose condition, but Cocoa Pop is still looking round and healthy, and yeah, so it shows that the diet that we're giving them, that they get of pig nuts and vegetables and fruits, and that is a good healthy one for her and for when they are feeding. So my plan is over here I'm going to actually build out another pig house at the back of this and another pig house on the side of it. So this will be like a little 3-house complex because I think I might have babies coming soon after each other, and this particular pen is a really good one. Even though the water is drying a little bit over there, they've got that wallow, which is good for when they're in the last stages of their pregnancy. As soon as we can get the water going again, then obviously that'll fill up again. But yeah, very pleased. Cocoa Pop has proven to be an excellent mother. She's kept her condition, so that is great. And then yeah, the next plan is now to just extend this pig house to accommodate at least 3 farrowing mothers, because the one thing with pigs is they're not like goats and horses and sheep and cows. They don't reject piglets, so they often do like feed sharing. So if I've got say 3 sows in here, the piglets will drink off any of the sows. The sows won't chase them away because they seem to just lie down and close their eyes and they are unaware of who's suckling on them, and they just, yeah. So the piglets might suckle on their friends' mothers, but that's okay, and that's how it works. So when the piglets go in 3 weeks, and Cocoa Pop will then move out, I'm going to be putting her in with Chris. So she'll have a little bit of a break and then she'll go in with Chris, and then I'll be moving the next 3 in, and I think that will be cinnamon bun, Tim Tam, and apple pie. I think those are the next 3. I've noticed this little black boar keeps scratching his bottom. I think the wound where he had his castration is probably itchy as it's healing, and so now he's like scratching it, so we might have to put some more spray on it, because I think he might be opening the scab. He's doing the Michael Jackson moonwalk, or should we call it moon bum? It's amazing how the 3 females are much bigger than the 2 males. So yesterday afternoon, I narrowly missed having a terrible head-on collision, because there's like a little road if you're going from San Miguel de Asher to Orca. There's like a little bridge you cross over this little river, and only one car can drive on that bridge. And I was already almost at the end of the bridge. I had just driven over the bridge, and this car with this little old man and little old lady came speeding around the corner, thinking there would be nobody on the bridge and ready to just speed over the bridge. And they were coming straight, the impact was imminent, and so I had to swerve to get away from them, and in swerving I had to scrape the barrier. So poor Matilda is now, it could have been far worse, but at least I just have scrapes on the side from the barrier instead of a head-on collision. Come back from feeding the pigs, and guess who is still having a sleep in the suitcase? Juno. Yeah, have a fully laden car. Nick used 2 40-kilo bags of his cement, of his own cement, which I've had to replace. I just bought these smaller bags because that's what I can lift up. I can't lift up a 40-kilo bag. Oh my goodness, the wind is hectic. And I got pig food. I've got some lime, and these I think are much tougher because I've used these before for water for the pigs. These are actually like for you to mix concrete in. So yeah, I'm going to try that. And I've got one of those fly screen door things to stop flies and mosquitoes coming in. So let's get the wheelbarrow and get this offloaded. Oh my Lord. I think the cement I might offload tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day because I've got all these water bottles at the back here to fill up, and that's going to take quite a bit of time. You're playing nicely. You got to be gentle. She's still small, Tandy. You got to be very gentle. Are you being nice? No jumping. No jumping. Oh my goodness, now I'm getting jumped on by everybody. No jumping, Juno. Good girl, Tandy. Oh, it's, it's because I know I've got the treats in my pockets. Good girl, sit, sit, good girl. Juno, are you a good girl? Juno, sit, sit, Juno, sit, good girl. Oh my God, I'm getting too old for this. I think I'll keep these bags for when I go and collect sawdust. Fold them up. Right, let's feed these pigs. So Coco Pop gets 3 scoops of food because she's feeding the piglets, and also the piglets are eating at the moment. And this one that you can see is an organic one. So I add that so they don't just get the pig nuts, they get some organic as well. And then the other pigs, they get 1 scoop each, and they get this twice a day. So that's for the 3 boys. Now this will be for, how many girls do I have? 3, 4, 3, 7, 9. Have I got 9 girls there? No, 3 and 4, 7. I can't count. And then Albert makes 8. So they gonna get 4 of each. Make up 8 scoops. You don't want to give them too much of the grain because kunnies are lard pigs and they love eating. They never ever stop being hungry. You will have just fed them and they'll be ready to eat again. So the problem with that is that they can overeat and then they can get very, very fat. And if they get very fat, with the way that their faces are not having the long snout, when they get very fat, their faces get very fat as well, and it can actually cover their eyes, their fat rolls, so that they can't see. So what I'm going to do now is I give them, and yes, I do chop them up and slice it up. I always give them some, try and give them some fruit or vegetables as well. So I'm just trying to make sure that they have as balanced a diet as possible. And the reason why I cut it up is not because I'm an overprotective mother. It's because if you just throw in 1 apple is only going to feed 1 pig, because the pig will grab that apple and go running off with it. But if you cut it up, then when they go running off, they're just going running off with 1 small piece, and then the others can also all get some. So that is why I always cut up their food. Not because I don't think they're capable of eating it without being cut up. I'll give them some of that. I might give them each a carrot. You can hear them in the background. My little piggy choir over there. So as soon as I'm finished with this, I am going to go and fill up water. So I'll go and do the water in the town. I see Cocoa Pop's little ones like carrots. I wonder if I should give them the cabbage. I think I'll keep the cabbage for tomorrow. I'll give them each a pear. They like pears. And then in pear season, I've got friends that have literally hundreds of pear trees on their farm. And they don't do anything with the pears And last year they let me go and fill up a carload of pears, which actually lasted for a few weeks. So hopefully, if you're listening, Greg and Amanda, I wouldn't mind pears during pear season. What's it, Juno? Right, that's the food prepared. Food is all prepared. Time to just go and feed a couple of pigs and then go and do the water. Hey Juno, what are you doing? Yes. She was quite shy yesterday, but she's definitely come out of her shell. She's got a little bit of Estrella in her, but she's just a pavement special, aren't you? Aren't you? Come dogs, let's feed the pigs. Where's the baby? If you see George Cooney over here, he's a little bit on the hefty side, so if he comes around, just have a look and you'll see. You see how the fat rolls start going over the eyes? You can still see it's not blinding him, but we have to watch his diet. Chris as well, but he's sort of, he's more muscular. He's got the biggest shoulders ever. But George Cooney is just literally a lump of lard. And we just got to make sure that he doesn't get any fatter, because then he won't be able to see. Time to wheel some water down to the pigs in the bottom pen. The other pigs are okay, but the bottom pen pigs need, the big group of girls with Albert need some water, because I've got, I think, a bit more of a solid water container that I'll be putting the water in, because last night's water container was completely destroyed by this morning. So these are very, very solid, durable plastic, so I'm going to try that. This is what I've used with the others, and it seems to last. Hopefully it can last Albert. But yeah, this is why I want to repack this wood, because it'll then be easier to go down with the wheelbarrow. This is what's left of last night's water container. Okay, I'm going to give you some water. It's not food time. They've all had a good drink, thank goodness, but now of course Tim Tam thinks she's got to lie in the water. So of course it's mostly mist everywhere now. But they've had a good drink. Yeah, she's trying to lie down in it again. Apple Pie is wallowing a bit in the mist water. Yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult to, until we can get that water pumping again, to get some wallows going again. But at least I'll fill up a whole lot of water bottles and bring some more. But I bought some more of these containers, because they're definitely stronger than that other plastic one. Albert, what are you doing? I'm watching you. You see what he tries to do? He tries to push, even though it's staple down, he tries to push his way out, and then the girls follow him after he's created a escape area. Alright, let me pick up this horrible piece of plastic now. That was destroyed. No, you broke that, Albert. Yes, look at you. Oh, look at them. They're having a play with the ball. What is that? Is it edible? And you?
You want the ball. You do want the ball. Sorry. Sorry, little
Hey, Juno, did you say hello?
Say hello.
Juno? Are you saying hello? Be playing with the ball. Are you playing with the ball? What is your name? Messi? I don't even know if he still plays.
Missy, yeah.
I have to show you this. I am so proud. The first potatoes I have produced. So I planted a lot of potatoes, but with me being away and them not being much rain and they weren't getting any water, the plants had all died. So I thought, well, let me reuse the soil. I bought some plant starts and I thought I'll put them in. But when I was digging in the soil to plant the new like cabbages and stuff that I bought, I found some potatoes. Look here, this is my finger next to it. This has got to be the world's smallest potato. I can go in the Guinness Book of Records for the world's smallest potatoes. But you know what? I grew them in my garden, so I'll be able to eat potatoes I grew myself. How exciting is that? Even though it's smaller than my fingernail. full day on the farm and Juno is exhausted. Going with me and Tundi everywhere. Out for the count.